Hey guys, so we are about 1 month away from Golden Week for JP Dokkan. And for those of you who do not know, Golden Week is at the end of April / beginning of May. And generally Dokkan likes to release pretty hype stuff during that time period. I think the two biggest times of the year for JP are New Year's and then anniversary. And then I think third probably is Golden Week. With Tanabata being up there as well, but I think Golden Week is probably the number 3. So generally for Golden Week, they don't release literally mega hype stuff, but they release like dual Dokkan Fest level stuff. Back in 2016, I think it started with the first they brought back Super Gogeta for the first time, I think during Golden Week, which was pretty insane because they also brought back Broly and Full Power Frieza and stuff like that on the banner. 2017, I think, was Gogeta and Janemba, the Int Gogeta and Strength Janemba. 2018 was Evolution Blue Vegeta. 2019 last year was Zamasu and Trunks. So I think Dual Dokkan Fest is pretty much going to be what we're seeing this year, and I laid out 5 different possibilities for what we could see, or what I would like to see. You know, any of these possibilities I think are definitely, plausible in some way. Definitely might end up being one of the things I'm not thinking of, so let me know down below what you guys want to see for Golden Week. But the way I laid this out, I did a top 5 sort of thing, and the way I structured it was my 1 slot is the one I want to see the most, and the way I ordered these is what I think would actually impact the game the most and help out categories that need help the most, because I think that's what the game needs to be doing right now. So starting off in a number 5 slot, we have Gohan and Bojack, and I've seen a lot of people talking about this, and I definitely think that it's about time we got a new Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, because ever since they released the LR Gohan, I think is back in 2017, I mean, we haven't really gotten any notable Super Saiyan 2 Gohans besides the transforming LR, but he technically isn't even Super Saiyan 2, he's Super Saiyan 1 who transforms into Super Saiyan 2. We just saw with the Bardock Dokkan Fest that they just straight up replaced the summonable LR physical Bardock with that Bardock. So I think, if they're going to start doing that, Gohan was the first summonable LR in JP. So I mean, why not start with this? I think a lot of people would want this guy to be the transforming Gohan, I guess, maybe even from base form or something. I don't know. But I think just a standalone Super Saiyan 2 Gohan who has an active skill ultimate attack or something when he blasts through the enemy or whatever with a Kamehameha, similar to how Legends does it. I think that would be really cool as an active skill. Then we have Bojack. Well, the thing about Gohan too is I don't really think the Hybrid Saiyan team really needs that much help right now. They're actually pretty good. Future Gohan helps them out a lot. Tech Trunks helps them out a lot, who's actually I mean, them two are pretty much staples on the team. Then you have Go Bros, you have this Gohan who's really, really good. I mean, this team is not bad. Then you have this guy who awakened. Again, I don't think this team really needs help that much, which is why I have it at number 5. And then something with Bojack pretty much. The thing with Bojack, I don't know how they would do a Bojack unit. I mean, they could go down 2 paths. The first one is they can just do a standalone full power Bojack, because remember the LR. I'm actually going to pull up the LR, but the LR is what do they call them, Bojack and Crew or something? Full power, let's see. What is it? It's Bojack, Full Power Bojack and Galactic Warrior. Okay. So, yeah, they could just make this guy a standalone Full Power Bojack, or they could do a transforming Bojack with an active skill from base form to full power. And I think that would be interesting, because then what you'd be able to do is you could run both base form Bojacks on rotation, so one on one rotation, one on the other rotation. Then you could run the LR with one, and then you could run the TUR of the LR with one of them, so you would have a full Bojack squad basically going there. That would be interesting. I don't know, because Bojack, what would he would probably influence full power. And the thing about full power, we actually go back to the category. The best leader for this category is Broly, and he's giving 170 attack and then 130 to HP and defense, so it's very offensively oriented. We don't really have a stellar leader for this team, I don't think. So maybe a 170 to attack and HP or attack and defense leader for full power for this guy. You know what else we don't have? we don't have a 170 leader to this category, which recently got a ton of buffs. I mean, this category is insane. Look at all this stuff here. If they released a Bojack, who was a Time Traveler's category leader of like 170 to attack, that would be a big deal, because that category is pretty ridiculous. So yeah, this is my number 5 spot. Let's move on to number 4. I have Goku and Vegeta from the Saiyan Saga. By the way, this would be insanely hype, but the only reason I have it all the way down at 4 is because I don't really think it would help out many teams that really need stuff right now. I mean, the biggest thing that this would help is Pure Saiyans, and let's be real, Pure Saiyans doesn't need help. The only thing this would really help a lot is if the Vegeta was a transforming unit and he helped out like the Great Ape or the Giant Transformation team, because the Giant Transformation team, I mean, it doesn't really have that much stuff going for it. I mean, we thought there was a possibility that they would have awakened the Great Ape units for the Bardock squad during the Saiyan Day celebration, but they ended up not doing anything. So this team is still desperately in need of help, which is the only reason why I put this at 4 and not 5. Because of the fact that if they made this Vegeta into a Great Ape Vegeta, then he definitely could help out that team. As for Goku, I mean, Goku's family, like both these guys are buffing Goku's family, Vegeta's family, Pure Saiyans. This Goku's probably buffing full power, and then maybe they could slide in like the Saiyan Saga in there as well. Maybe on Vegeta's banner they could have like a new Nappa card, and on Goku's banner they could have like a Kid Gohan or something. Because I know Krillin is getting the Prime Battle LR from the Saiyan Saga, so I don't know if they would do another Krillin on this banner. Maybe like a Goku exchange unit into Krillin. I don't know if they would do that as a Dokkan Festival exclusive, but a Kaioken Goku who starts out as Goku parentheses Kaioken or something, and then active skills into like Kaioken times 4. I think that would be pretty cool. With like an Ultimate Kamehameha. I don't know if that would actually do that, but I don't know. This could be insanely hype. This is one of the best fights in the whole entire franchise. So anything they do with this would be, I mean, they obviously hit top grossing in multiple countries. If they did this on global as well. But yeah, this I'd be happy to see this. Number 3, we have Super Vegito versus Buhan. Now, the only reason why I have this above the other two that we looked at already is because of the fact that the Buu Saga is pretty much a dead category right now. It's kind of sad, because look, it has 236 cards in it, 87 characters. That's a lot. I mean, it's more than Hybrid Saiyans. It's insane. I mean, you're reading all these categories. It's one of them. It's beating Transformation Boost, Time Traveler. It's beating all these like top tier categories, and yet it's just lacking something. And I think that something is a leader, because look at the leader that they have. They really have one viable leader. HP and defense 170, attack plus 130. It's not really the best at this point. Attack 170 is kind of like a necessity these days, and a lot of these units, like, just ignoring this bottom portion for now, we take a look at like from here up. It's a lot of like not great stuff. I mean, you got like all these SRs in here, you got like all these forms of Buu, all these Gotenks units, base form Vegetos and stuff, and a lot of these Buu units just don't work well. Their links are just really bad, they're not designed well, you have like these ends in here, like all this stuff is, a lot of this is just fluff. I mean, you got stuff like LR Majin Vegeta, this Fat Buu's pretty good. I mean, some stuff in here is okay. You got the new Deborah, which definitely helps the team out a lot. You got the new Gohan as well, the support units. So if they wanted to release a new Super Vegito, by the way, this would have to be a Super Vegito, not a base form Vegito, because he probably would not be able to compete with the blue Vegito who released during the anniversary. So I think this would just have to be a new standalone Super Saiyan Vegito, or they could do a base Goku and Vegeta who fuse into Vegito, but I don't think they would do that right now. So a new Super Vegito, basically, Buu Saga leader, or they could give the Buu Saga leader to Buhan. I don't know. I feel like the reason why I put this at number 3 too is not just the Buu Saga category leader potential, but also the fact that, like, if this guy turned out to be like a super like hype like support unit for like the Majin Buu Saga, like, and he was able to support like all these like Buu units, because the reason why these Buu units are just not good is that they just don't work well together because they have no key links, and their key is just awful. So even if they ever release, like, let's say they release an LR Kid Buu unit, they would have to go in and like give him some ridiculous pass, like key in his passive to make him viable. Just due to the fact that their links are really not the best. I mean, let's take a look at this guy. What does he have? His only key link is Fear and Faith. That's it. Where's Buhan in here? Maybe all the way down here. Yeah, Buhan's right here. I mean, Buhan, I think, has shocking speed. He does, and that is his only key link, is shocking speed. So if you try to link this Buhan up with that Super Buu up there, they wouldn't even link up for any key. They'd link up for 0 key. That's a problem. So, I don't know. Maybe if they released a Buhan and they made him, like, key plus 3 or something for all, like, Majin Buu Saga category allies, and then, like, some supporting attack and defense buff. And then maybe also changed orbs as well. I feel like that could really help the team out, especially if they ended up releasing like an LR Kid Buu or something down the line as well, which I think is definitely possible. So yeah, I think this is probably in my 3rd slot here. Okay, now we're moving into the top 2. I think either of these I would want to see pretty much equally, but number 1, I don't know. I feel like number 1 would help a lot more teams out than this one. Here we have Resurrection F. Now, I'm not sure what direction they would take this. Obviously, Frieza would be his own unit. Probably a transforming Final Form Frieza into Golden Frieza, or just a standalone Golden Frieza, because we really don't have like a mega like destruction Golden Frieza. The only one we have is the EZA Tech Golden Frieza, who's really good. Still, don't get me wrong, but attack-wise, like we want one that's both defensively oriented, which we do have, and then we want one that's going to be offensively oriented. If they want to go down the path of him being just a standalone Golden Frieza, that's fine, or they can go down the path of him being a transforming unit. I think that transformation would look really good, by the way, if that was an active skill. So in terms of Goku and Vegeta, they could do, like, I was actually thinking of an exchange unit, maybe like a Goku, who, this is going to sound weird, like a Goku, like a Super Saiyan Blue Goku, who exchanges into Vegeta and gets like shot with like little ring laser and exchanges to Vegeta or something. I don't know. I feel like they could do that, or they could do 3 things actually. They could do that. They could do just a standalone Goku who transforms into Blue, or just starts out as Blue, because honestly, the only really good Blue Goku we have right now is the EZA for the Kaioken Blue Goku, and actually, now that I think about it, we have the physical Goku from this movie, who's pretty good. So maybe they want to do a transforming base form Goku, but even though we already have the Namek one, I think it doesn't really matter. We're going to eventually get... This game's eventually going to have, like, 15 viable base form Gokus. So, might as well start now, right? They could also do a dual unit, just base Goku, base Vegeta or something. Blue Goku, blue Vegeta. We don't have that either. Even though they don't technically fight together, I don't know. It could be a cool thing to do. But the reason why I have this down so low is because Wicked Bloodline really needs help. They did get cooler. Where's Wicked Bloodline on here? Up here. I mean, the category is pretty, like, it's pretty small. Golden Cooler helped the category out. Transforming Cooler helped the category out a lot. I don't know, like, this guy's giving 170 to all stats. It just, I don't know, like, this guy doesn't really work super well as a leader, in my opinion. He does have all the Frieza links, except for this really weird auto-regeneration link, which they have to give him because he's Metal Cooler. But, I mean, technically people are just, like, I would say this guy is the better leader for the Wicked Bloodline team than the Wicked Bloodline team leader is. It's just because, like, pretty much everyone in this category is in one of these 2 categories, right? So this Wicked Bloodline team is kind of like a subcategory of Transformation Boost and Conquest of Terror, or whatever they call it in Global, Terrifying Conquerors. But the team could definitely use some help. I mean, they've gotten, like, Cooler, like this Transforming Cooler, and then Golden Cooler. And then the last new unit they got was this guy. And then before him, the category wasn't updated since basically Metal Cooler came out. So, Frieza is the most popular villain in the franchise by far. I think they could afford to drop like a super hype dual Dokkan Fest with this guy being one of the headliners. Last but not least, we do have Goku versus Ma Jr., Piccolo Jr., whatever you want to call him, at the martial arts tournament. Technically, this is not really the Dragon Ball Saga according to Dokkan, how they like to categorize things, but I think this could really help the Dragon Ball Saga if they want to slip these guys in there somehow. But the main reason why I have this at number 1 is because of this guy, Ma Jr. Ma Jr. would help 3 categories that I think really need help. First of all, World Tournament. This category is not usable at all. It's terrible. Look at this. None of these guys are usable. 0. Like there's like 5 good units in this whole list. Good. I'm using the term good loosely here. This is not a team you can even run, pretty much. So if they're gonna start buffing old categories, I think make this guy a World Tournament leader. Maybe like 180% to all stats, 4 key. Just like give it some power. At least give it a chance to be good. Because right now it doesn't even have a chance. So that would start that. Next, like I was talking about earlier, where is it? Not up there. Giant form, because Piccolo Jr. Ma Jr. transforms into the giant Piccolo form in that fight. Again, we have one here, but this guy is, you know, not the best, so this guy could help that category out a lot. I don't know if he'll technically be a leader for that category, probably won't be, but I mean, anything to help this category would be good. Anything. This guy's good as well, so I mean, at least the team is getting like some help sparingly. And then same thing with Grade 8 Vegeta eventually will come out and he'll buff the category as well. A good one, not this one. And then lastly, we have, where is it? Namekians. Namekians need help still. I mean, this Piccolo is really good. Probably one of the better Dokkan Fests. I think he's still underrated to this day. Nail's insanely good. So they have 2 really good units on the team already. Slug is, where's Slug? Physical Slug. Right here. He's pretty good. And then we have the LR King Piccolo who came out in JP, who's actually really good. And then on Global, we have the Strength one who's pretty good still. And then even Kami's not bad. So, I mean, the team has like a solid base, but they're missing like a really good Ma Jr., which would be this guy. But this guy's, again, he's not good. So this guy can help that team out a lot. So there's really 3 main teams that would benefit a lot from this. And that's why I have them at number 1. Goku, I mean, typical categories, Pure Saiyans, Goku's family. I guess Master and Student Bond, he would help out too. Is Feet Kamehameha Goku on this category? I don't even remember. I think he should be. I don't know if he is or not, but I mean, he literally trained with Kami for that fight specifically, so he should be on here. I don't see him on here, but maybe I'm just missing it. So I mean, this category it is good, but I think it could definitely use help, and that would help it out a little bit, depending on what they do with that Goku. But those are my 5 choices that I would like to see in Golden Week. I know I'm 100% forgetting some, but I had to pick 5 for this video, so these are the 5 that I picked. Let me know which one of these you guys would want to see the most, and if I didn't mention one that you guys want to see, let me know down below what you'd want to see for that Golden Week in about a month from now. I think, did they tease? Yeah, so they teased Evolution Blue Vegeta in V-Jump last year, or 2 years ago. And then they also teased Zamasu and Trunks last year, yeah, in V-Jump. So if we continue that trend, I think we should find out who the Golden Week Dokkan Festivals are in about 2.5 weeks from now. This video is going up on the 29th of March. So in about 2.5 weeks, we will know. We should know who the Golden Week Dokkan Fest will be. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you all in the next one.